Toronto's entertainment district, inside the Forget About It Supper Club. It's the Big Frank Show with Frank D'Angelo. On tonight's show, Frank's guests are Mysterion, the Mind Reader, Comedic Illusionist Rob Testa, revolutionary funny lady comedian Martha Chavez, and the man of magical mystery, Baldini, with co-host Ed the Sock and yours truly, Jim Taddy. And now, please welcome your host. Kick it up for Frank D'Angelo.
This guy's a great guy. He's in the back. He can't wait to come out and show his art. He's a phenomenal magician, and we're going to make sure that he becomes massive here on the Being Frank Show. Can you give it up for Baldini? Good. So how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great.
So there's no competition between the three of you guys. You guys get along. You're in the same genre. You make things appear, disappear. You manipulate people. You bullshit. But you guys are...
when we go to bars.
You guys get along, yeah?
Yeah.
So you do that with women, too, when you're at a bar?
No, you know what I mean? Okay, first question, as far as the competitive element goes, there are a lot of guys, and these guys will agree with me, who are very competitive within the industry, don't like to share. Whereas we kind of realize we can all feed off each other, and there's plenty of work for all of us to go around. So, and we've actually worked together several times. So, in this case, there's no
awesome.
animosity.
Well, it's good. Well, I was joking.
Yeah.
So when they call you Baldini, does it have anything to do with the lack of hair on your head, or is it?
No,
that's the thing.
No, I'm Italian.
Italian. So it's
no, but that's the misconception. Is I'm
just curious because you shave
Canadian-born
your head.
Polish Jew, bald, and
so you're not Italian.
No. But everyone's like, you're Italian.
So there's the illusion, because you created the illusion of Baldini.
Mm-hmm. But it's actually bald and Houdini, Harry Houdini, which was...
So Baldini, right?
It's kind of funny, he was Harry Houdini.
I've never heard that one before, Ed, ever.
Ed's, he just makes things up like that. He's amazing.
Ed's the man. He's
a man. He's reinventing himself every year.
Yeah.
So this is what I want to ask you. So you perform mostly in Toronto or all over the place?
I'm mostly based in Toronto, but I've been, flown as far down as, Miami by the Bank of Montreal for the winter conference.
Awesome.
Stuff like that. But I spend most of my time teaching, actually, the science of magic in public schools. I teach at the Ontario Science Centre and explain the science behind magic. I just like to point out, by the way, my lovely assistant, the lovely Bella Muerta there in the front row.
Bella Muerta?
And the kids just love her, as you can imagine. So, but yeah, that's where I spend most of my time. Yeah, that's what they say, Ed.
So you guys do, like, she's your assistant, you saw her in half, and you make her disappear? Or
no,
I don't use
her. No, I don't use her in that sense. I use her when I go to teach classes. I have 25 kids, and they, is this right? Is this right? Well, if there's two of us, we divide and conquer. We get through a lot quick. Would you like to learn a magic trick right now?
Sure,
Can I do that?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a magician.
All right, well, here we go. You will be in a second, or mentalist. And, my good buddy Mysterion down there, he does this with forks. I think he did it when we were having lunch today, and spoons. I just use plastic. It's a lot easier. But it is the same concept, because if I just think, it starts to creep back, and then I release it. He taught me that, by the way. Thanks, buddy.
The anti-Viagra.
Yeah, you may apply, sure. And then when I go forward,
Which is not good, right? That's why there's Viagra, right? That's not good.
And this is there you go. Yeah, you can apply for that, absolutely. Now I'm going to teach you how it's done, Frank. Here we go. This is basically a standard Ziploc bag, and what I've done is cut the bag off and then cut one end, such that you will be able to see that you can slide it left and right.
So you manipulate it with the pressure of your...
Right, but make sure your thumb is down here, not up here, because it'll show. So you hold it like this, hold the thumb on your second finger, and...
Look, it's Jim Taddy.
Viagra. Slide.
Jim's gone.
Slide it. Okay. There we go. Give him a round of applause.
Jim is here. Interesting.
So yeah, so teaching is my big thing.
So you're like the Penn and Teller for the kids.
Nah, and Penn and Teller, their whole thing is they reveal a lot of stuff as they go, but then they blow you away with something big at the end where they don't tell you how it's done, you know. But just on the teaching thing, I'm also, you know, Rob touched on the bullying, anti-bullying campaign, and I think that's a brilliant idea because what I've learned from teaching magic to kids is we're teaching them science, okay? We're explaining, you know, why it works, you know, and how the brain works. And teachers will walk past the classroom and go, it's unbelievable, the kids are all there.
But also, I think what you're doing is you're giving children to be a part of something and
Absolutely.
something to do. And I mean, when kids are bored, there's peer pressure and they join the wrong elements.
Absolutely.
And stuff like this is a great hobby. It's an awesome hobby.
It goes deeper than that. It actually empowers kids. It gives them social skills, confidence. You can be anywhere in the world and the person doesn't speak your language and you go like this.
With a Ziploc.
Whatever it is, you know, you're gonna have a friend.
You as a sorcerer.
Yeah. But I just wanted to just touch on the bullying thing because Rob has approached me, and before I became a magician, I got my master's in business, and I was in marketing, you know, and communications, and so Rob has this great idea on the anti-bullying campaign, and just leveraging what I've learned in the classroom is if you can hold kids' attention with something like magic to teach them about something, this is just a natural segue. We also teach them to kind of harness that ability because there's nothing people hate more than, ha, you can't figure it out. And I always try to explain to the kids, it's not about being more clever. It's about you being the jester and you're performing and you're making people smile. And that's what we really try and hammer home. I'll tell you a very quick story, and I do want to do one more quick effect for you if we have the time. But
absolutely, we got time, buddy.
Excellent. So I go into this old age home, and there's this guy, and his name's Bert, and he's like 85, 86 years old. And I'm like, hey, you know, Bert, you want to see a trick? He's like, can you make me 10 years younger? And I said, I don't know about that. Maybe I'll make you feel 10 years younger. I do a card transposition effect, card switching in his hands. And I said, well, what do you think, Bert? And I said, do you feel 10 years younger? And he's like, no, 20 years younger.
Awesome.
And that's the impact it has. I mean, you know.
So what's your biggest trick? What's the trick that you do that's a signature with Baldini?
I'm glad you asked that, man. I didn't even know that. Now, I was watching backstage, and I saw how uppity you got it, like my mom.
Well, I am uppity. I'm a wop. I'm surprised we didn't put plastic on me.
There we go. See,
I feel better now.
No scratchies, no scratchies. There is one effect, but what I'm going to do here, I have a normal deck of cards, and this is I like to believe my marquee effect, and I like to call it a Baldini original. I'm sure people have, you know, might claim it's theirs.
So that's being bald and Houdini, Baldini. I'm just curious.
Welcome to the party.
Finally sinking in.
I'm on my way. I'm going to be Baldini.
And you want to teach him a trick.
I'll show you something cool here.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah,
You're not a fan, okay. They get worse, folks. All right, here we go.
Jim Taddy.
All right, so we got a normal deck cards here. Frank, you say stop anywhere you want.
Stop.
Here, take that card, have a look. You can show it to the audience. Don't show it to me. Could have stopped me anywhere. All right,
okay,
put it face down for the moment. Now, what I have, do you know what this is?
Rolling paper, cigarettes, tobacco. Okay.
This is actually magical thought capturing and imaging paper. And if you pick up your card, go ahead, you can pick it up and look at it, but don't let me see it. Look at your card, and you can see that's approximately the same size. So whatever you see there, I want you to take a picture with your mind and cast it over here.
Okay.
Done?
Done.
All right, now I'm going to take this, ball it up like this, and I'm going to light myself on fire because this is how we process it. You can actually see that it's not printed. So I go like this. Oh, I want to show you one more really, really cool thing. No, you'll like this. This is so awesome. I got a better one.
I never seen anything like that in my life.
Here we go, for real this time. Now, if this worked, whatever you saw on the card and whatever you sent over here should have reproduced right here. If you can pick your card up and put it towards the audience. Let's see, how did we do, folks? Do we get it?
Gotta take a short break. We're going to get the great Baldini. Don't go away. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a great show today. Our show was all about magic, and it was magic. We had some great, talented people here on the Being Frank show. I like seeing stuff like that, and they were amazing. And ladies and gentlemen, they were right beside me. So however they did it, it was magic to me. And I want to thank my mind reader friend, Mysterion. Thank you for coming tonight, buddy. Very talented guy. Enjoy your gig. You're going to be in Hamilton this afternoon, and it's going to be successful. Mr. Testa, you're amazing. Funny guy. Nice purple shirt. She's a very talented lady.
Thank you.
Marta Chavez. And the great Baldini. Baldini, you're a very nice guy. Good guy. Thanks for being on the show. We're going to have you on again. And a guy I wish I could make disappear. My good friend Jim Taddy. Ladies and gentlemen, the always funny Ed the Sock. You can watch him Monday on the same network. So, ladies and gentlemen, until next week, God bless you.
The Being Frank Show would like to thank Arizona Beverages, D'Angelo Brands, Cheetah Power Surge, Pickle Barrel Restaurants, Suzuki of Pickering, Forget About It Supper Club, Mama D's Restaurant, FM Embroidery, Carparelli Guitars, Kahuna Power Sports. We want to thank A&T Limousine for providing guests of the Being Frank Show with first-class transportation. Guests of the Being Frank Show stay at the luxurious Ritz-Carlton, Toronto. Fans of the Being Frank Show can follow Frank on Twitter at FrankDangelo23. For tickets to the Being Frank Show, visit beingfrank.ca.